Go ahead, Rob.
Trent, do you remember the first time you met Monte?
Yeah, I remember finally getting to campus. It was about 5 of us. Now it's only 2 of us, but you know, we bonded real quick on the court, especially. You know, we bonded quickly because you know he's such a comedian. You know, he has such a great personality, and he's just always one of those guys. Just, you know, you love to be around. He always keeping it real, and you know, it's just always fun to be around him. Like just you know, hanging out because you know he's always gonna make you laugh, and it's just you know he's a brother.
Monte, do you remember the first time you met Trent? JC Keller, do you remember the first time you met Trent? Maybe he can't hear us. All right.
Maybe
over to you.
DB fixing it right now.
I don't think he can hear me either.
I can't hear nothing.
Up in his face.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
No, you can't hear him. Okay, all right. Go to the next question for Trent. We'll call back in with Monte. Sorry about this.
Hey Trent, is it a little bittersweet to have senior night without being able to have, you know, your friends, family at the State Farm Center and what could be your last home game?
Oh, for sure. You know, obviously, you know, it's frustrating, you know, with a time like this, you know, it's you know, it's vital that we stay safe and do things the right way. But you know, obviously not having my family here to support me. Again, it's frustrating, but you know, it's just a blessing, honor to make it, you know, to tomorrow night. You know, be here 4 years. It's been, you know, a long journey, you know, obviously, you know, starting where we at and to now to this point, you know, it's incredible. So, you know, obviously it's bittersweet, but you know, going in tomorrow night, you know, I'm walking out there with a smile on my face.
We do have
Do you know if
Devontae.
they have anything planned to get maybe, you know, parents involved virtually in some way?
I do believe that we're gonna walk out with our family members on the Zoom call. So you know, obviously they're not with us, but you know, with a time like that, it's special. They're gonna be with us. You know, being able to you know walk out there with us on the court, you know, on a special night. So you know that I think that's you know very awesome.
And I would think it's got to be worth it to maybe not get that moment, but have the team success that you guys can have. Just what can you say about what's gone into your final season? You know, not getting to share it with people, but finally getting this team to the point that you guys have been building towards for the last couple of years.
It's awesome. You know, like I said before, you know, to see where I came in at until now, it's incredible. It's special, you know, to have the group of guys in that locker room that I play with. To go out there every night and compete and battle to get, you know, this program back, you know, on the map. And to be a part of it is, you know, very special. So it's an honor, you know, to be here for 4 years, to be part of the, you know, the change that, you know, me and Monte created from day one with, you know, with Coach Underwood.
Thanks, Trent.
We do have Devontae as well now here. So if anybody wants to jump back in for him.
Hey, Trent, kind of following up on that question, what would it mean for you as a senior to see Illinois in the NCAA tournament this year?
Oh, awesome. You know, obviously our season got cut short last year. You know, we had that opportunity, you know, but to come back the next year, even with everything that's going on with COVID, to have, you know, such an amazing season right now, you know, it'll be special, you know, to finally get to, you know, that March Madness. You know, like I said before, you know, just me and Monte, you know, being a part of this program for 4 years now, this is what we've been working for, you know, to help coach, you know, change the program, the culture, you know, to get it back to, you know, winning basketball. So I'm just happy to be a part of this program. You know, like you said, it would be special, you know, to play in March.
And then DeMonte, maybe outside of basketball, what are you going to miss most about the University of Illinois?
Oh man, just being around Trent every day for the last 4 years. It's been amazing. Incredible guy right there. Tyler as well, and Zima, and being around Coach Underwood. It'll be weird not seeing those guys' face every day, especially over the last few years. You know, it's really like that's what I'm used to seeing every day and building with and connecting with, joking around and messing with Trent, seeing Trent dance, him and Tyler. Well, not too much Tyler, but Trent, yeah. Just seeing that every day. And I mean, we have to Zoom or FaceTime each other.
Thanks, guys.
What's up, guys? DeMonte, question for you. Before you committed to Illinois, you know, there'd been a bit of a gap in the perceived Peoria pipeline of players coming to Illinois from Peoria and, you know, really doing good things. You revived that, and I'm just wondering, like, does that mean something to you? What you've done to show to rep for the city of Peoria?
It definitely does mean something. Means something to me because obviously I always felt like we always had talent in Peoria, but not everyone got their shot. I was able to get mine, and I took it and ran with it and went on and did my best with it.
Absolutely. And now, you know, I know Adam got his start in Peoria playing there, and that's where you guys met too. What did it mean to be able to play with him? And now, you know, obviously he's going to be able to continue on that legacy at Illinois too.
Oh man, it's a pleasure playing with Adam, man. Even though we played together in high school for a few games, but just being able to be back around him more and more, and really connecting with him even more. You know, we connected way before then, even when we go way back to when he was at Christ Lutheran and I was at Manual, but I would always check out their games all the time. But yeah, even in AAU, we would play for the same team, but at different age levels. But, you know, just being able to see him and see how much he's grown over the years is just incredible.
Absolutely. And then for both of you guys, what has been the best part of playing for Coach Underwood at Illinois?
I would say his coaching, you know, his coaching ability. He's an unbelievable coach. The way you coach, you know, I played with a coach. I played for a coach like that, similar, you know, in high school. You know, a guy that's always on you. You know, he's a hardworking guy. You know, that's the everyday guys thing. That's what Coach Underwood is all about. You know, he really strives for, you know, perfection. And you know, he always, you know, coaching with the glass half full. So, you know, just being able to play for him is incredible. I mean, everyone knows, you know, what he's done throughout his entire coaching career. He's the best of the best, and to be able, you know, to be a part of this program with him, to change it all the way around and get it back to how it used to be, is very special.
Same thing with me. Coming from high school, I had a coach just like Coach Underwood, which he's gonna push you every day, get on you every day. But it's all, at the end of the day, it's all love. He wants you to get better and proceed to your highest potential that you can get to.
Thanks.
Hey, I guess this would be for both of you. I hope you can hear me okay here. I'm kind of in my car. There's a chance this might not be a game for you guys at Illinois. Does that make tomorrow different, or the feeling? How do you guys approach that?
Oh, I couldn't hear you a little bit.
It was going in and out on my end.
sorry. So there's a chance that tomorrow might not be the final game at Illinois for you guys. How do you approach that, just given the opportunity that there could be another season for you with the NCAA rule?
I haven't thought about that. I'm really focused on this year, with this group of guys. I have one goal right now, and that's, to get to March, and try to win the national championship. I haven't been focused on, next year or other opportunities. Right now, I'm taking the one that's, in my hands right now. So, and that's, coming in every day right now and prepping for, a national championship.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right, thanks, guys.
Trent, I asked Monte this, but I didn't ask you this. So outside of basketball, what are you going to miss the most about Illinois?
I would say just the culture, of the university, it's special to be a part of this community, walking to class, obviously we don't do it now, but, the past 2 years, being able to walk to class around, just the fan base, the support that, the students, everyone, the community gives to us is incredible. They make it feel at home, obviously being, so far away from home. They helped me establish, a second home here and having a second family. And, that's what it's all about, being comfortable when you're not home. And, they've made it really easy and very welcoming, being a part of this community.
Thanks, Trent.
Questions for DeMonte. I just looked it up, and you visited for a game, for the Nebraska game in February of 2014. You were sitting with I believe DJ Richardson at the game. Can you take me through maybe the journey from there to today, from high school freshman whose dad played here to senior on a top 5 team? What that's been like for you?
Oh man, you went way back. That when I came to the game with DJ, he was just showing me really like how stuff goes, like telling me like some stuff that I picked up as soon as I got here. Showing me all love to just how the fan base is and how everything was, and how they strived every day to get Illinois basketball where we got it right now. And when he told me that, and after I committed, I just had that same mindset of getting it back to where it used to be, and back and win the program.
That was what, 7-8 years ago now. Do you feel like, that was forever ago? Like were you dreaming of kind of these moments at that time?
Yeah, that was a minute ago. Seemed like I've been for forever though. But no, I definitely used to dream about moments like these. Just being able to play on a top 10 team at a university that's up the street from your house is always a good goal to accomplish.
And same question for Trent. Trent, do you remember your first visit, your first, kind of what you thought this could someday be?
Yeah, obviously, I visited with the other coaching staff before. There was no games or anything. I think the biggest thing that stood out is there was no snow when I visited. So I think that's the huge thing. That kind of shocked me when I got here from school. When I came on my visit, it was nice and warm here. I got to meet Lovie Smith. Obviously there was no basketball games at the time, but being able to establish a friendship, brotherhood with the older guys, the Ron Black, Finke, all those guys, those were good guys. Being able to to learn from them early was special. I had a great time my visit. Like Monte said, it feels like that was so long ago, and it's just crazy, that we're sitting right here today talking about our last home game. So it's kind of special.
Now that boy like 4 coats.
Did they sell you on it doesn't get that cold, you'll get used to it? Like, did you ask any questions about the weather?
At the time, I mean, it was so warm here. I didn't even ask questions about cold, you know. So I didn't ask questions about snow because it was so warm at the time. But apparently, Monte says I brought the snow here because when I first got here, it was one of the worst winters. One of the worst winters ever. So obviously, I wasn't prepared for that. I came up here with, you know, tank tops and t-shirts, but that quickly changed. I had to buy, you know, a big lion coat.
Do you remember your first like walk out of the apartment or dorm and that champagne wind hits you in the face in November and you wonder what you're in for?
I mean, yeah, I was wrapped up like a present. So I mean, I made sure I was good. You know, I had, you know, 3 hoodies on, a big old coat, gloves, just a lot of warm things on me. So make sure I was safe. So you know, it was kind of shocking. You know, that was my first time ever seeing snow. So coming outside of my apartments, you know, being in 30-degree weather, you know, was insane to me.
Thanks, guys.
That boy was cold.
DeMonte, I asked Trent this earlier. Is it a little bittersweet for you that you don't get to share, you know, what could be your final home game with your parents and family and friends actually in attendance, although it does sound like they're going to be involved some sort of way virtually?
Yeah, I mean, that's a big night, especially senior night, because you get to see all the work that you put into what we did here, and shit all pay off, you know, even before we got here, even when we was in middle and high school, just seeing the work that we was able to put in and get out of it. I mean, yeah, we wish we could have our families here, but how the time is now, I mean, we're just gonna have to just get through it and hope and celebrate when we go home after we make our run.
I'm sure it kind of helps though, make all of this work worthwhile, that the fact that you guys are in the position that you're in, you know, still got a chance at that Big Ten title and even further beyond that.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Monte.
Do we have anything final for either of these two?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
DeMonte, do you remember when you first saw Trent and his blonde tips, and would you talk about the evolution of the personality and the evolution of the personality and the haircut since?
Oh man, I can never forget the day I first seen Trent. We both was at where we standing at, Trent? Newman.
Newman.
I seen Trent. Trent had on the tank top, some jeans, and some boots. I'm like, boy, you might keep the boots, get a long sleeve shirt and a coat, cause boy, you finna be cold.
And Trent, I think the recruiting process was a little different for the two of you guys for various reasons. But one thing about your recruitment, when you had your official visit and you guys were having a difficult time getting out of the airport, getting something to eat, and you wound up going to Portillo's. Do you remember that adventure and how the coaches were kind of scrambling to try and get you fed and make a good impression?
Oh yeah, for sure. I remember when I first got here, first ever trying Portillo's. I didn't know what it was. All I knew, it was like 3-4 restaurants in one place, and I never heard of that. So we went in there. I mean, it was finger licking though. It was good. That's some good food. That's like my top 3, you know, restaurants in Champaign. But that's good food. You know, they did an unbelievable job, you know, showing me around, you know, doing the best they can, you know, to give me the best experience that, you know, that I wanted. So that's it.
Yeah, top 3 is pretty good. So if they took you someplace that you didn't like, maybe you would have gone someplace else to play basketball.
Nah.
That boy talking about finger licking good.
All right, we're going to wrap it up with these two. Thank you for your time. I'm going to bring Zach Griffith in for a minute, and then we'll finish with Coach. So stand by.
Thank you.